previously on Ace Attorney, Justice for All, I got irrationally mad at a clown. Hopefully, I will not lose my cool. Not lose my shit. It's the law time. Good morning, Max. Max? Milk. What? He's one of those guys. He drinks milk. I actually like milk. Of course, I haven't had cow milk in a long time. It's always, soy milk. If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie. Stage? Don't worry, there won't be a stage. All I have to do is sit down. I guess. Nick. Max is really nervous. That's understandable. Hey, my sweeties. What? You don't think I should fly, do you? Huh? You know, you've got to make a good first impression. When I enter the room, maybe I should fly in and warm up the crowd a little. No. You can't be having you flying around the courtroom. It just wouldn't be right. Imagine if you hit someone. Maybe when you go in and say, hey, that joke's in poor taste. Don't worry, Max. Just do what Nick says and everything will be okay. Oh, sweetie. What is it this... What is it this time, Max? Why don't you try flying into the courtroom? I can see it now. The dashing young lawyer flying in it fabulously in from above. One glimpse of that and everyone in the room will be on your side. Max, really. No one needs to fly today. Nick, what's with that look in your eyes? I like the sound of that. Dashing young lawyer flying fabulously. That's Nick's up special when he gets added to Super Smash Bros. He just fucking flies, flaps. He flaps his wings. And now, the case of one. Oh boy, here it comes. Ugh, what? Your Honor, get on with it. Oh, sorry. I just realized that the defendant's name is Billy Bob Johns. That cracked me up more than the clown. So, well, isn't the defendant also known as Maximilian Galactica? Yes, Your Honor. He does often go by that name. You know, my grandchild is a huge fan of his. Grandchild? That means the judge has a son. Who is the judge's wife? And who is his... He has a whole family that we just don't know about, aside from his brother, who appeared in, like, I think brother shows up in the next game. I want to see the judge's son as a judge in Ace Attorney 7. I think everyone here wouldn't mind if we call the defendant Maximilian Galactica. It sounds more friendly. I wonder if that's our 2-hour advantage. Yeah. Don't worry, once he starts crying, everyone will be on his side. Too bad this isn't a trial by jury. Miss One Karma, your opening statement, if you please. I hope you didn't bother us thinking you'd win this one, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Eh? That spirit channeling trial was a sham. I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy. Papa. It did not count. You hear me? She must still be upset about what happened last time. You have no chance. Zero. Zilch. Nada. I'm not losing this case. Why, you ask? Because it is not in the nature of Von Karma to lose at anything. I guess being born with the name Von Karma is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying. Watch and learn, Monsieur Phoenix, right? Have you ever had a croque monsieur? It's like a toasted, ham and cheese sandwich with Swiss cheese. And a croque madame, you add an egg to it. Me? Guilty? I didn't read what she said. What are you talking about? It will be my ultimate revenge. It's not gonna bring her dad back. Rude. There, opening statement complete. Now, let's hurry and wrap this waste of time. I know a German accent makes more sense, but I don't know, she just strikes me as French for some reason. Very well, you may call your first witness, Miss Von Karma. Detective Dick Gumshoe, get up there, now. Sorry to keep you from work, as I'm sure you need every penny you can earn, Detective. Don't mention it. It's no trouble at all. I've been looking forward to this. Very well. I would like you to begin by shedding light on the events in question. At your service, sir. All right, Detective. You may proceed with your testimony. Does the word ma'am just not exist for the translators? The night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. All the circus performers were gathered in the big top to practice their routines. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m. The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail. The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. I see. He was beaten to death. Here is the autopsy report for the victim. We are going to beat you to death. The court accepts this into evidence. Time of death, blunt force trauma. But did he die instantly? A blunt object. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. As always, question him on everything. Even if I'm gonna make another mistake. I'm considering every possibility, just like what Mia would want. Let me ask you about the snow. It was nearly a blizzard up until the time of the crime. Did it pile up? It wasn't such a big deal. Maybe about 1.5 inches was on the ground. The snow froze in place and stayed on the ground until the next day. I miss snow. The snow. Let me see. There's got to be more to this. This was made before global warming got really bad. What's the matter, Nick? I need to take a look at the court record. Mr. Gumshoe, what were the members of the circus doing the night of the crime? Really? Is there some kind of contradiction with the snow? Let's see, crime scene. Yeah, that looks like about 1 inch of snow. I don't know. It's taken from an angle, so it's kind of hard to tell the exact depth. Berry Circus. Russell's autopsy report. Blunt force trauma. I don't see anything that contradicts his claim that there was a lot of snow. Let me look at... Cold. Wait. Snow was falling until... Yes, okay, so, I was thinking maybe if snow was fallen, there shouldn't have been footprints, but, like, the snow stopped falling before the time of death, so... Circus performers gathered in the big top. When you say all of the circus performers, who do you mean? Everyone but the dancers and the staff were there. Regina the animal tamer, Mo the clown, Ben the ventriloquist, and of course, the defendant, Maximilian Galactica, and his victim, the ringmaster. Oh, I almost forgot. Regent the tiger was there as well. Out of curiosity, what about the circus monkey? When I was investigating yesterday, he happened to snatch my wristwatch. Detective, you are welcome to file a police report after these proceedings. Yeah, they won't let me file another lost report. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. I bet that wristwatch was the nicest thing he owned. Poor bastard. 10 p.m. After the practice was over, where did everyone head off to? Regina was playing with Regent, while Mo went back to his home tired from work. Then the ventriloquist went to the front gate, absorbed in his own world. The ringmaster and Max went off to the ringmaster's room to talk privately.
Talk privately, huh? That's awfully suspicious. You wouldn't happen to know what they were talking about, would you?
It seems they were negotiating Max's salary. Actually, Max was asking for Regina's hand in marriage. Oh, really? Didn't he want the rest of her too? The murder itself took place in the plaza, in front of the lodging house, at 10:15 p.m. I'd like you to be a bit more specific about the events at 10:15 p.m. Okay, not a problem, pal. We got a witness that told us how the whole thing went to— Ow! This is totally meaningless. Time to move on.
Alright, we'll just have to revisit that testimony later. Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling us how the victim met his end?
The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail. Ah, shit. A wooden box? That's right. The victim must have been carrying the wooden box when he was killed.
Carrying the box, huh?
It was a rather strange wooden box, Your Honor.
What do you mean?
Well, it was much heavier than it looked. Not to mention it was locked.
Locked, you say?
20-pound box. This may be my only chance, so I might as well ask some questions. About the box. This wooden box. You figure it weighs about 20 pounds, right? Sounds about right. Whole thing is lined with iron. Iron plating. Why do you think it's lined with iron? To keep out fairies. I figured they just did to make the box way ouch! I think we could all do without your guesses, detective. That's literally his job! Stick to what little you actually know. Sorry. Suffice it to say, the box is really heavy.
Much better. You may continue on, detective.
The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. No, I want to ask more questions. Box. About the lock. You said the box was locked. How exactly was it locked? Well, it had quite a sturdy lock on it. It took a bit to open that bad boy up. So you did open it. So when you found the box, it was locked, correct? Yeah, it was. Some of the forensics teams took it back to the precinct to crack it open.
I see. Continue, Detective Gumshoe.
One. I didn't ask about the contents. A wooden box, blah 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 blah. Do you mind telling us what was inside that box? Well, when we found the box, it was locked tighter than Fort Knox. So we took it back to the station and cracked it open. All that was inside was this little bottle.
Bottle? What is that, Detective?
Exactly what it looks like, Your Honor. It's a condiment bottle. What's inside the bottle? Crack cocaine. It's filled with
pepper. Pepper? Why in the world was it locked in that big box?
There's only one little bottle in that huge box. I wonder if that has some sort of special meaning. I would like to... Really? Just pepper? Maybe someone was trying to make somebody else sneeze. According to the autopsy report, the murder weapon was a blunt object, correct?
You've done your homework, pal.
And you haven't found this murder weapon, have you? The police are searching for it as we speak. My theory is that it's something that the perpetrator ran off with.
You would think so, especially since you didn't find it on the scene.
Nah. I bet he made it disappear with magic.
Well, I think we have a good feel for the details of the event now.
I guess that's all we're gonna get out of Gumshoe in this case. I mean, all we're gonna get out of him is that little bottle of pepper and the box. Now that we have wrapped up with the detective, I'd like to call my next witness. I'm not even off the stand yet. Obviously. But that's due to you being slow and unable to take a hint. I don't know, but wrapped up is such a mean sound to it. I'm a sensitive guy.
Thank you very much, Detective Gumshoe. You may step down. Miss Von Karma, call your next witness.
I would like to call Monsieur Benjamin Woodman to the stand. She must be talking about Ben the ventriloquist. I mean, how many woodmen do you know? Aside from the obvious. Nice. I wonder if Trila will show up on the stand as well. Saul Woodman. Please state your name and occupation for the record.
My full name is Trilo Quest. I am employed as an operatic tenure.
Excuse me. The witness called to the stand was one Mr. Benjamin Woodman, ventriloquist.
That robe must be cutting off your circulation. I said that I was a singer. Maybe you don't believe me. Fine, I'll grace you with a song. The world of the law, excited and daring, guilt or innocence, decided by a judge dressed up like a woman. Well, what do you think?
It had a good rhythm. It's just the lyrics. They leave something to be desired, so to speak.
To Trilo, you know better than to insult a judge. Shut up! Just look at your nose. You would think you'd have the sense to fix it. It's so early I want to punch you in the face and the off chance swelling would help.
At least he has a nose.
You know that your nose is the reason you'll never be an A-list star.
Celebrities must really enjoy saying everything that flashes into their minds. This guy's like Jeff Dunham, but funny.
What's going on here? Order! Order! I demand to know who the witness is.
Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trilo handle this.
I'm not worried about you one bit. I'm worried about getting tested. Ouch!
You won't get anywhere trying to figure out this witness. Now, let's proceed.
Once practice was over, I left the set with the stooge. I mean clown. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Then the police showed up and took Magic Boy away.
You saw Maximilian Galactica heading towards the scene? You're sure of that?
Without a doubt. He had on his silk hat, cloak, and the dumb white roses on his chest. How can you make someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high?
That's enough. I think we all get the picture. Just one thing. You said you ditched the clown.
That's right, Dress Boy.
Well, since you weren't with him, couldn't that mean the clown committed the crime?
He's got a point. What a shame. It was in his theory, but the clown can't be the culprit.
What's that?
Here's absolute proof.
Silk hat?
This was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant. Have you maybe taken some hair samples from the hat, seen if maybe somebody else was wearing it? Without question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. Of course, that would be too hard. Cops are too busy not doing their job to do actual forensic analysis. If the clown was a murderer, there would be no reason for this hat to be at the scene, except to frame my client.
Well done, Miss Von Karma. Your prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. Well done.
Thank you for stating the obvious. Monsieur Phoenix, right? What do you have to say? Okay. I guess she's the boss again today. What you witnessed?
Once practice over, I left this town with a stooge. I mean clown.
The clown? You're talking about Mo.
Of course I'm talking about that old fart. He's so pathetic I can't stand him. Just a little bit of exercise and his makeup is running all over the place. Once practice over, he was 9/10 away of keeling over for good.
Poor guy.
We didn't have any choice, so Ben took him back to his room. When it comes to being a first place loser, that guy's ahead of the pack.
Then what happened?
Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance.
Why the plaza entrance?
To do some thinking, of course.
It was awfully cold out that night, especially with all the snow around. Wouldn't thinking in your nice warm lodging house have been a better idea? Monsieur Phoenix, right? I think you should leave the thinking to the witness. But I'm a good thunker. At least my teachers always said I was. My mom. Oh no! Clap your hands, clap your hands. Oh no! No! Okay.
Heading towards the scene of the crime.
Are you sure it was really Max Galactica?
Of course I'm sure. How can you make mistakes somewhere such a
Snobby three-piece getup. Yeah, we got this.
Get the wax out of your ears. Lawyers nowadays, you're like talking to a brick wall. Max, a three-piece getup. Jeez, can I give you any more dents? All together now.
Silk hat, cloak, white roses.
Thank you.
Nick, I think you should put a little bit more effort into preparing your questions. Whose side is you're on, Maya? You saw Max and only Max, right, Trilo?
That's right, and that makes him the killer. I heard there was only one person headed that way that night.
That makes quite a bit of sense and makes Max one suspicious character.
There's more to this story than meets the eye. Is there something amiss in this? He didn't see the victim. That's a bit strange, don't you think?
What's strange?
That you only saw Max. Doesn't it seem like you should have seen someone else as well?
What? Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Who else do you suppose this witness could have seen?
The victim.
That's the victim.
That's correct. If Sheila was at the entrance to the plaza, he should have seen the ringmaster as well. Obviously, the ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness could have seen him. Anyone with sense could have figured that one out. What are you talking about? The ringmaster and Max went together to the ringmaster's room. Is that, according to the defendant, a likely story? There's no proof against it. I mean, if Maximilian Galactica was supposed to be in the ringmaster's room, why was he, just as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime?
I see. It seems that at this stage, I have no reason to doubt this witness's testimony. And there are clearly no conclusive contradictions.
He's right. A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now, let's move along with the testimony. Sheila wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he? Well, Max is part of that bitter love triangle with Regina, which is probably why Max conked him over the head. Nick, wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head? Yeah, I think so. I don't know anymore.
Post practice this summer, left the town with a stooge.
Oh, that's all. Fuck me. Did I not press him on the final statement? Around what time did the police arrive at the scene?
I suppose I would have been around. Hey, what time was it?
I think it was around, I'd say a bit after 10:30 p.m., I think.
Practice ended at 10 p.m., so you hung around the lodging house the entire time?
I guess that sounds about right.
Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you just stand outside in that weather.
Well, the truth is...
Will you shut up, you big-nosed dope? Why are you telling me anything extra? I can't believe we just stand outside in that weather.
Well, maybe you were waiting for someone?
What? Who said we were waiting for someone?
This is... Monsieur Phoenix, right? We can all do without your offhanded theories. But, this witness, he's cracking under the pressure already. I'm on to something.
Mr. Wright, who do you suppose the witness was waiting for out in the cold that night?
Regina. Well, if it was waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person. And that one person only. He was waiting for the animal tamer, Regina. Wah! You were waiting outside for Regina to come back to the lodging house. Am I mistaken?
Is this true?
Well, you can't really ask me that question.
Who cares who I was waiting for that night? What's important is what I saw. Don't you forget it.
Well, well, well. The puppet may be a bit stiff, but he's right.
You're right. That doesn't actually matter. There is obviously a reason why this witness was there that night. He spent all that time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, he was someone else who would have walked right in front of him. I doubt he would have paid them a second thought. Ah!
That makes perfect sense.
What did you just say? The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime. However, he did not see the victim on the way to his eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there was a high likelihood that he could have missed someone else other than Max heading to the crowd. There is absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer.
I guess you got me. All right, I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true. I was waiting for Regina.
Paid! Don't volunteer things! Mr. Quest, tell us the truth this time. And I mean the whole truth. Were you or were you not waiting for Regina to the entrance at the lodging house?
I was waiting to propose to her.
You were what? Waiting to propose?
Isn't she 16?
What's the matter? You think that humans have a monopoly on marriage?
This is the future the liberals want.
That the matter of puppet marriage is not under review in this case.
You're the judge. I mean, look at your horrible outfit.
More pain.
Thanks to your bubbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. Now we have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet. But yeah, buckle up, Francisca. This kangaroo court's only gonna get crazier.
Don't be so surprised that I was going to propose to Regina. I even had something to give to her. I kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, he also had it in my pocket last night. I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. At the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I still got it in my pocket.
Oh, he doesn't have it in his pocket.
You're going to propose? You, a puppet?
Don't be so obtuse. Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love.
I guess you're right.
Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to her too. You said you already.
Exactly.
His honor is looking a little less than honorable right now. Yeah, this is a 16-year-old girl we're talking about.
Okay, Mr. Wright, please continue with your cross-examination.
What was with that sign at the end? What was the thing? What was the thing? What was it exactly that you planned on giving her?
You know exactly what I was going to give her a numbskull. The only thing I could find that could match Regina's beauty.
Answer his question. What was it? Oh, what's this? One harm?
You're going to die with your hearers. It's an engagement ring.
Engagement ring? Wow, those two nearly fell out of their chairs. Mr. Phoenix Rat Shark has gone too far. Time for this to end right here. Francisca's whip looks like it's about to lash out at almost anything. One hit of that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time. Who give a fuck? It may be something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. The first time that a puppet— Ow!
I advise you to cut this argument short! I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. Will the witness please revise their testimony, specifically about the engagement ring? I'd like to stick to facts, not to sociology.
You sure do enjoy some of the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe.
I planned on giving an engagement ring to Regina. Kept it in my pocket. I've still got it in my pocket. No, you don't, because I have it. And the thing about this, if I just presented it right before I pressed, we wouldn't... This evidence wouldn't exactly be relevant, because, like, he could have just, like, denied, oh, it wasn't a ring, it was actually, something else. But now, this evidence is relevant, so... Yeah, we got him. Trilo, do you mind if I show you something?
What is it?
What are you talking about?
Uh-oh, looks like they're gonna double team me now. Phrasin, do you recognize this ring?
Ah, that's mine! Give it back! Thief! Thief!
Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I still got it in my pocket. Why then do I have it right here?
Ah!
What is going on here?
That's... Ben, say something!
Don't put me on the spot like that, Trilo.
I found this in Money's room.
Money's room? You mean a room they put money? Like a bank vault?
Huh! That filthy monkey is gonna get what's coming to him!
You can't threaten a monkey in court.
Mr. Quest, I would prefer if you avoided slandering innocent fiats in my court.
Well, Your Honor, Money really is a monkey, in every sense of the word.
Ah, I see. Well then.
Money likes to go after the shiniest things that he can find and gather them up.
Shiny things.
Trilo, when was this ring stolen from you?
Well, I suppose it was that time, you know, that night, the night of the crime.
What did you just say? Details. I need more details.
Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up in the plaza.
Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct?
Well, I guess you might, be able to say that. The ring might have, well, it could have been, taken around that time.
Ben, what's with you? Oh, whatever. It has nothing to do with anything, especially not who committed the murder.
It's not for you to decide what has to do with what. Now, Trilo, back to the topic at hand.
I haven't admitted a thing. Not I, Mr.
I just thought of how ridiculous it must be. Like, imagine you're the prosecutor. This is the most open shut case. Look, we have the fingerprints of the defendant on the murder weapon. Then Phoenix Wright pulls out a fucking... oh yeah? Well, have you considered this? He pulls out this doohickey and then explains in detail how this proves that it was actually the witness who did the murder. And you're just like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck?
Not I, Mr. Trilo Quest.
What did you do when the ring was taken, Trilo?
You know exactly what I did. I chased after that ring-snatching money monkey. Monkey money.
But you weren't able to catch up with them, were you?
It's all this slow, loafy fool called Ben's fault. While he was fumbling way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away.
That is indeed an incredible shame.
Ah, which means, well, this does indeed prove one very important point.
Prove an important point? What point could that possibly be?
Ben's testimony has a flaw. There's a huge contradiction in this witness's testimony.
Contradiction?
The witness just testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Money the monkey. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza.
What is the meaning of all this, Mr. Phoenix Rat? Where are you going with this little theory of yours?
I'm saying that there is no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory, which leads me to my next point. It is entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene.
Interesting, Mr. Well then, tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Rat.
Do you have any proof that something slapped last this vigilant ventriloquist? Something slapped this ventriloquist's balls? Slapped my balls. Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene. However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive. The witness is lying. He is blinded by his rivalry with Max.
Well, the defense's argument does hold water. This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant.
What? How dare you? I wouldn't lie just to get that dork face in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him. No doubt about it. I saw that worthless liar.
Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw on that night.
Ha! I've told you so many times you'd think you'd know. My story's not changing.
You've already changed your story, stick boy. And I'm sure it'll change some more. Where there is one lie, there are usually many more behind it. Exactly, Maya. That's why we have to keep after him.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I'll give you that I was waiting for that night for Regina. But that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I had been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Max Galactica at the scene. There's no way I can make steak someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols.
So that means that money didn't show up after you saw Max?
That's right. Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max.
But you still didn't see the victim. Then Money snatched the ring and you went chasing after him. How long was it until you came back to where you were waiting?
Well, let's see. I'd say about, I suppose, 5 minutes, I think.
So the victim could have arrived on the scene in that 5-minute stretch.
Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination.
Witness and Max.
I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina.
Change that. 5 minutes. Three ridiculous symbols. But, he wasn't wearing the 3 ridiculous symbols. Wait. Three ridiculous symbols, huh?
Out of curiosity, exactly how many times have you asked that question by now? You're gonna ask again, I'll answer with a chorus. Everyone together now!
Silk hat, cloak, white roses!
Thank you very much!
Maya, you didn't have to join in, did you? Et tu, Maya? But it's fun chatting with everyone else. There has to be a hole in this testimony somewhere. I'm agreeing, but do we have the proof to make something stick? All we can do is try, right, Nick? Gotta have something that will prove useful. Alright, time to go to work. This isn't a launch shot. Nope. I'll just press like always. Don't say howdy. So you saw Max coming out of the big top that night?
Of course that's where I saw him coming from. I was staring at the entrance to the tent the entire time.
I guess that makes sense, especially since he was waiting for Regina. 5 minutes. About what time would you say these events took place?
It people on the planet if you can't figure it out yourself. You already know that practice finished promptly at 10 p.m.
5 minutes, but the time of death was 10:15.
And you already know that it went to the lodging house right after practice. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to know what time it was when I saw him. Just had 10 more minutes. I'm sure you could do that. Now, what time was it?
Indeed, what time was it? What time was it? Let me think about that for a second. Ah! I'm no good at... It was 10:10 p.m. Yes, that sounds about right.
Sounds about right, because that's the time that I saw Max on the scene. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence.
Well, surely the hat would have been hiding his face, right? Nope. No. So it actually does sign up, because he showed up at the... at the scene 10 minutes after 10 p.m. Then he waited 5 minutes. 10:15 lines up with the time of death. Oh wait, So you testified that you said good evening to Max that night.
You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions.
Yeah, that's kind of my thing.
You say good morning in the morning and good afternoon during the day, right?
Wait, this was... You said good morning, but... But it wasn't morning, it was the PM!
And it's obvious that I say good night to someone at night. It is obvious that... What, Ben? You got something to add? Let me guess. That's not it, Trilo. You say good evening at night.
I'm sorry, Trilo.
It wasn't morning.
I would prefer if you kept your ventriloquist act outside of the courtroom.
Impossible! A performer lives and breathes his performance. You should know better.
There's gotta be something wrong with this bit of testimony. He said evening, but it was... I thought it was good morning. Isn't that a bit strange to you?
What do you mean?
Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? Strikes me as somewhat strange.
Why would it strike you as strange?
Exactly. How is it strange to be cordial to one of your coworkers? Well, if it was simply just being cordial to a coworker, I'd understand. Ow! And, maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips will start flapping next time. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school. There's no reason that Trilo would ever say something nice to Max. How do we go about proving that with the evidence? Bluffing is everything in this world. I'm sure you already learned that one. I guess I can give it a shot.
The witness will resume his testimony.
I misread it. He didn't say good evening, he said good morning. Okay, orange juice bottle. Trilo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder?
A fight?
A fight over Regina, to be exact.
It wasn't that big of a deal. It was just an argument. A disagreement at most.
A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting clocked over the head with a Scottish handshake.
Yeah!
That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he?
What? Is that an admission of assault and battery?
Witnesses have confessed to worse, dude. Ouch! Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's meta charge first. Maybe he could make a plea bargain. Plead guilty to assault and battery, and let him off the hook for murder. The lesser charge of murder. The truth is that on the day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. There's absolutely no way they'd have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on stand. There's no way a puppet this lewd would just go up and say good evening to his rival. Phoenix, why are you always so judgmental? Are you saying this witness is lying? That he is trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene?
I didn't tell a single lie. Honestly, I just said.
That's enough from you, Mr. Quist. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night?
Yes, I think he saw a different person. It is my belief that the witness didn't see Sally's summer that night. It was just someone else. That's who he said good evening to. What kind of theory is that? The correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all.
Blah.
If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all. Which means there was only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That is why Trilo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Or, good evening, as he put it.
Oh, what in the world, you... Would the defendant kindly explain who it was Trilo saw that evening, then?
It was... the victim. I'm assuming. Considering the ill temper of this witness, there's only one person he would greet.
It must be Regina. It's Regina, right? She's so cute.
No, Your Honor. It is not Regina. If it was Regina, Trilo would have given her the engagement ring as a present.
Oh, yeah. I suppose you've got a point there. Looks like we're gonna have to penalize you, Judge. It was Russell Barry, the victim himself, was it not?
You are correct. It was indeed Russell Barry.
Ah!
The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster, Russell Barry. That's why you greeted him, Trilo. Isn't that correct?
Gullup!
Answer the question, Mr. Quist. You are under oath.
Ah! Ah!
Order! Order! How do you respond to this?
Wait a second. Well, at first I thought it was the old man. But, once you got a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica.
You would have mentioned that. Sure, why didn't you say that?
I think it's high time that we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening. The problem is identifying exactly who that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactica? Or was it the ringmaster, one Mr. Russell Barry?
The prosecution argues that it was the defendant that the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's three symbols. Three symbols?
Alright, this is getting old. Come on, man, you've got to remember them by now. Here we go again, everyone. All together now. Ow!
Yes, we know. The silk hat, cloak, and white roses. Ah, a silk hat and a cloak. Anyone could wear them. They'd even look good on me. What was that? Well, the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's three symbols. However, how do we really know it was Maximilian Galactica? Could have been someone else dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Barry.
What? Miss Von Karma, do you have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant? Well, if that's the case, then it is impossible for me to make a judgment at this point.
Yes, I think we finally won a point in this one. That is very unfortunate. Huh? You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix Rat. What do you mean by that? You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but... who that person was can only be answered by the next witness. Oh boy, here it comes. Huh? Your Honor, the prosecution will provide, beyond a shadow of a doubt,
an answer to that question, and evidence that clearly establishes one thing. That there is no one other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime. Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness. Court is now in recess.
Here we go. Send in the clowns.
Sweetie, you have to believe I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene.
So then, where were you when the murder took place?
We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room.
Ah, so it's possible he took
His soak hat.
for some reason. Maybe because it was cold, you know? He needs a hat to... It was cold, so we walked over to the, Like, I don't think this is another willpower jackhammer situation. I think the defendant and the victim were on good terms. Clearly, since he was getting paid out the nose, and he was even about to marry his daughter. So, I don't think this is the case.
I'm going to steal your identity, Maximilian Galactica, by taking your silk hat.
No, that's not it. And remember, only one hat. The hat is one of a kind. But the point is, I guess he just borrowed the hat and the cape for some reason. Maybe because it was cold. And then he died, and the hat was left on the scene of the crime. So Max was... and he doesn't have any hair. So obviously, there would only be his hair samples in there. Maybe some dandruff. Do bald people get dandruff? And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right?
Exactly. He told me to wait in the room because he would be right back. Thank you very much.
That's right, start making him sound like Elvis. That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right? That's what it seems like. But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right?
Beg your pardon? It's the Kings from Fallout New Vegas. Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room, still dressed in my stage clothes. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off.
Which means, I don't think I've ever seen Elvis wear purple. Picture of Elvis wearing purple. Navy blue, black, white. Which means, it means that the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max. Oh, why would you do that?
Fabulous! That's a fabulously possible possibility.
Well done, Nick. However, sweetie,
Why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange?
well, it was cold out.
If you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my silk hat. What about my cloak? Where did that go?
Wow, Max, I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something.
Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up. Magician or president? You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision.
That's really cool. Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper. Okay, back to court.
Now that everyone is back, let's get started. The court is now back in session. Miss Von Karma, please proceed with the prosecution's case.
Very well. I will now call my next witness. A pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Mr. Lawrence Cars please take the stand?
Okay, here we go.
Got time to prepare for the voice. Why did she just call him a pitiful clown? The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record. Oh, sad clown. Oh, this is beautiful.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playgrounds, resident. Name and occupation.
Will the witness please inform the court why he is speaking in autobiographical gibberish? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in a court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited to this sort of occasion.
Don't make jokes in the courtroom. Who are you, Johnny Depp? That's the only Amber Heard versus Johnny Depp trial joke I will make.
What in the world are you talking about? You're in a grand hall of justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, Sickborn, please state your name for the court.
Oh yeah, maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign only says no shoes, no shirt, no service. Okay, how about this? Have you met my proctologist, Dr. Seymour Butts? How was that one? But a couple of clans who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood.
Your name?
Lawrence Carl's professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown.
I get it. Larry, Moe, Curls. It's the Three Stooges. His names are the Three Stooges. You witnessed the scene at around 10:15 p.m., the day of the murder, correct?
Yeah, it is.
Very well, Mr. Curls. Will you please testify to what you saw that evening?
A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafarian walked into this plaza.
Without the humor, please.
Also, that joke is culturally insensitive.
Okay.
Poor Mo can't be his normal stoogey self in court. What you witnessed.
I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years. No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and polite applause. Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless, but I keep trying. I even tried to come up with jokes for today. But this atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try making everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone. What do you think of me? How am I doing? Look, I couldn't have killed Mr. Barry. I was in my room washing a stain out of my costume.
A stain of what exactly?
My own doo-doo feces, okay? For your information, I have a serious drug problem that causes me to squirt out my asshole. This costume takes the whole 20 minutes to take off.
Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here? Witness?
Huh?
We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick to the facts of this case.
Really? You'll hear me out?
Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later.
Thank you, I can't wait.
There are no straight men in this game except for Larry. Larry Butts, not Larry Curls. Poor Gumshoe. Who says Gumshoe is straight? He could be bisexual.
Now that that's settled, shall we begin once again with the testimony?
Of course we can. I'll talk for as long as you want.
What you witnessed, what you witnessed.
The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden Max clunked the ringmaster over the head.
That's
very interesting. If this eyewitness account is believed, I have enough to pass judgment right now.
But... Listen, I saw with my own eyes is not enough to justify, imprisoning someone for life or executing them. Of course you can't. There is no way that this account can be criticized.
However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, off-kilter. Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him.
Well, he is a clown.
That must be because of my insincere smile.
Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination.
Hey, kids.
I mean, this voice is better than... I think the previous voice difference was...
Hey guys, it's me.
That I can't do that voice. It's
But this is better. This is easier for me.
yes, Your Honor. Nick, you've got to find some kind of contradiction in his testimony. I know that.
Mr. Wright,
Your Honor?
I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it will bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in pointless saber rattling.
I understand, Your Honor. If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible.
Why am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes.
I'm me next to Wright because I'm always right.
The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room.
You'd say that practice wrapped up around 10 p.m., correct?
See, that's the thing. Damn, bro, that was mad funny. You got the whole squad laughing.
Huh?
How exactly am I supposed to make a joke about 10 p.m.? Now, wait, a clock. That's something a clown can riff off of. Let's just pretend it was 8 o'clock. That way I can make a great joke.
Fine, let's hear your joke. Alright, 8 o'clock then.
You know you want to hear a joke. A man goes to his doctor, and the doctor asks, how is number 1? The man says, every day at 6. And 2, the man says every day at 7. Then what's the matter? I slept at 8.
Witness, these are exactly the types of jokes you should say was that detective. I don't even know where he was going with it.
You interrupted the build-up, Von Karma. Do you even know jokes? You mess up the delivery, the joke won't land. The joke won't make sense. Ow! You knew what would happen. Don't look at me like that. This will not become a kangaroo court. This is already a kangaroo court! This isn't funny at all, in more ways than one. I hate my job. That's what I'd say. Kangaroo court. Not become a kangaroo court.
It was a kangaroo court before I even became a lawyer, you fuck.
You were pooped that night.
Yeah, I was very, very tired. Not to mention I had some bad Mexican food.
Why isn't Mexican capitalized? Does Mexico not exist? What?
That double cheese, double bean enchilada is a dangerous menu item.
He did shit his pants.
What happens after that, as they say, happens.
That's what I'll do. Do the Tim Curry laugh.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have Prince Albert in a can? You do? Well, you better let the poor guy out. That one was cool, huh? I hear the kids really love toilet humor these days.
So he did shit his pants. That joke was so hip, I don't want to ruin it with the reply.
I've got a good reply, though. That joke was so funny, it just earned you a... Wait, what? So wait, if I press him, I get penalized?
If every time I press him, he tells a joke, and that's... Look, you saw too far away, you say. If you had to say exactly, how far away were they?
Let me think about that for a second.
I swear, if this fucking clown actually gets me a guilty verdict, I am going to scream.
If my room is here, and they looked about yay big, I'd say they're about 30 feet from my window.
Just 30 feet? That's not far at all. That's pretty far. Far's relative.
It was snowing that night, and it cut down on the visibility.
Phoenix is just getting bullied relentlessly in this game. Like, previous game was bad enough, but this game? Oh boy.
See, please continue with the testimony regarding the two shadows that you saw.
But it was the ringmaster, and he was Max, who was wearing his cloak.
You say you clearly saw this, even though you were, by your own admission, far away.
That's right. I had been thinking about it over and over since that night. But things didn't really make sense until I spoke with the prosecutor, Miss Von Karma. But now I am 100% certain that it was Max and the ringmaster I saw that night. Just think about it. How could I be wrong if Max is always wearing his uppity symbols?
Don't say uppity. That word's problematic. Uppity symbols?
Glorious nowadays. Do you even have to go to school anymore to be one?
No, you don't actually. I hate you.
Yowza!
Enough foolishness! Get back on track! Will the witness please testify as to what he saw, and only what he saw?
Then Mo throws a fucking pie at the judge and is like,
That's it, Phoenix! Another penalty! What did I do?
because he fucking hates Phoenix Wright.
Fuck you, Phoenix Wright! We all hate you! Everyone in this court hates you! We are going to kill you!
You say you saw the ringmaster get clonked over the head?
Yeah, I did. It's the climax of my story.
He really does enjoy the completely random non sequitur. What would you say the victim was struck with? Non sequiturs aren't funny, yet for some reason, insurance commercials keep using them. That's their only joke. It's all like, hey, take a look at this funny animal. Anyway, buy my insurance or I'll shoot you in the kneecaps. I'm not asking anymore. Buy Geico.
You mean the weapon? I have no idea.
15 minutes or more could save you 15% on your car insurance. And if you don't, you'll only have 15 minutes left to live.
A weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right?
That's not what I meant. You did say you see everything, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no I didn't. I didn't see a weapon.
Mo, did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night?
I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner.
Phoenix has way more patience than me. If I were the lawyer in this situation, I'd plead the second and just fucking... I would reach over to the desk and throttle that fucking... everybody! I would just fucking go apeshit, okay? I would go... I'd be like that one guy in the Boondocks, just jumping on the desk. Fuck your court! But I wouldn't say the N-word, because... you know, I have some standards.
You'd better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. Because if you don't, you know what is waiting for you.
Shit! I swear to God. I swear to fucking... Yes. Of course I have grounds to make this claim. Then let's hear it. That's something I can't share with you at this time.
Well, what did you say? Mr. Wright.
I know there's something wrong with this testimony. I can't put why I feel this way into words for the judge. Maybe we should get a bit more information. Once we find something more solid, we can give it another shot. Yeah, you're right.
Mr. Wright, before we resume testimony, you know that you must...
What the fuck?! I'm gonna... I swear to God. Swear to... Well, see, right now I don't have a clear basis to be thinking that. Then this is just another one of your pointless efforts to badger my witness.
Gah! Now wait a second, Mr. Von Karma.
Shit. Miss Von Karma.
This time I do not feel the need to treat Mr. Wright so harshly.
You're a sick son of a bitch, Judge. That's right, what he said. By the judge, If it must be my search for display, I think a verbal censure would be best. Huh? You know the rules, Mr. Wright. Whatever, it's better than losing 4. I really didn't. You know, Mo's testimony and what he told us yesterday are kind of different. Yeah, I noticed. You just got to pinpoint what's changed. You can do it, Nick. I swear to God. Things went south for me the moment this motherfucker showed up. If he's not the killer, I'm eating my badge. I'm eating my attorney badge. After practice over, I went straight back to my room. Bit far away. The box. Why didn't he mention the box? I don't remember what he told us yesterday. That was yesterday. I don't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday. Night of the murder after Franco's is over. It was the ringmaster whom he was with. Max was wearing his cloak. But was he wearing his hat? Damn it. That's right. I've been thinking about it over and over since then. I finished already. Fun fact, after this trial ends, there was originally going to be a deleted scene where Phoenix follows Mo out of the courtroom and just beats the shit out of him. Almost cost me my attorney badge, you stupid fucking clown! I hate you, clown! Okay. Just calm yourself. Clonked the ringmaster over the head. Something contradicts what he told us yesterday, but I don't have any proof. I don't remember what he told us yesterday. No, that's not it. Okay. Press him on that, press him on that. This is gonna get it. Don't penalize me, 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 don't penalize me. I need to look out your window then. Clowns don't need a reason to look out the windows, do they? That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday...
Ugh, I'm sorry, Phoenix Wright. Mr. Wright, I'm just so fucking high right now, so I'm gonna penalize you again, because fuck you.
When we spoke yesterday...
Once I tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud.
Ugh, Phoenix Wright, I just shit my pants, so I'm gonna penalize you again.
It sounded like a giant thump.
Mr. Wright, I don't like this witness's face, so I'm gonna penalize you again. Get the fuck out of my courtroom.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You forgot? Witness, you are untrustworthy. Mr. Wright, you're getting penalized.
Von Karma whips Phoenix again. Ouch! Oh my god! Judge, I think I'm bleeding.
Walk it off, you pussy. Penalized.
You forgot. Your Honor, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud sound. He did not just simply glance out of his window that night.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? Owie, owie, owie.
That's not something you just forget to mention. Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony.
Very well. Mr. Curls, please revise your testimony.
This should start turning the tables in our favor. I think the thump was this thing. Damn it. What was the sound like?
Well, I guess it kind of sounds like, I guess you could say.
Mr. Curls, may the court remind you that humor is unnecessary. If you tell another joke, I will have to penalize Mr. Wright again.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Judge?
So, how'd you know I was gonna make a joke? I guess that the sound sounded like, I suppose it sounded like someone getting hit with something very hard. Yep, that's what it sounded like, honestly.
Someone getting hit.
What then? You went to look out the window and you saw? They were a bit far away. It was the ringmaster. But maybe he didn't. Maybe the thump was the sound of ringmaster dying. So maybe. Wait. No, that ain't it. Clonked the ringmaster. Nope. You know, but he already... Oh, fuck me. Pressed him on that, pressed him on that. Pressed him on that, pressed him on that. Ringmaster. Clonked the ringmaster over the head. Maybe I have to press him on this again.
I used to think my life was a tragedy, but now I realize it's a comedy.
You know, not everyone is as awful as you say.
You're awful, Judge.
I'm awful? How am I awful?
Calling me to court, making me testify. You just wanted to make fun of me.
You don't know the first thing about me, pal. Look what happened today. Those men are dead because of you. People died. You're laughing. People have died and you're laughing.
Haha, yeah. How about another joke, Phoenix? How about another joke, Judge?
No, I think you've had enough of your jokes.
What do you get when you cross a mentally ill owner with a society that abandons him and treats him like trash?
Call the police, bailiff. Call the police.
I'll tell you what you get. You get what you fucking deserve.
Okay. I have no idea. Blah, 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 blah. I gotta make that an objection.lol.
Yeah, I suppose it did. Wait, no, it didn't. I didn't see a weapon.
Where have I heard that type of laugh for? Hip, 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 hip. Is it from the Muppets? Tim Allen, there we go. It's from Home Improvement, the show with Tim Allen. Mo, did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night? Oh, fuck me. Yes, I do. It was the thump. Come on. The reason is the witness's very own testimony. Thank God.
What is the meaning of that, Mr. Wright?
Mo said that he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit.
He did say that.
However, Mo just stated the following under oath. I kept watching him, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. If Mo was believed when he said he looked out the window upon hearing a sound, there is no way that he could have seen Max clonk anyone. In 1972, Clark County was sent to the blah blah blah. Bum bum.
Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment?
They didn't commit. These clowns properly escaped from a maximum security clown car.
Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team thing to anger this court? I am so angry, I'm going to penalize Phoenix Wright again!
No, I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory. Great job, Nick. These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. This clown has caused me more trouble than Miles Edgeworth, Red White, and Fine Karma combined. I am losing my mind in this trial. You just have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth. Well,
you're back from your jog?
Well, it pretty much happened the way I said. Pretty much. When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. I fucking knew it. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps in my statement. Leading the witness. Your Honor, the prosecution was leading the fucking witness. Tampering with witnesses again.
So now you are saying that you did not see the defendant clonk the ringmaster?
Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out. Like, you know that video of, like, it was Punch-Out, like, what each boxer in Punch-Out, how many infractions each boxer does? There should be a video about, like, how many rules does each lawyer in Ace Attorney break? Because, like, we got forged, and not the attorneys, because I don't give a fuck what the attorneys does. This is life or death. They can kill the witness for all I care. I only care about what the prosecutors are doing, because each prosecutor breaks some kind of rule, except for Winston Payne. Nobody gives a fuck about him. I'm talking forged evidence. I'm talking leading the witness. I'm talking threatening the witness. I'm talking threatening the defense. Like, it's enough to hold everyone in contempt of court 3 times over, at the minimum. Ringmaster had already checked out.
Checked out?
Yep, he was on permanent vacation, as they say.
Mr. Curls.
Your Honor?
You did not witness the actual crime, however, you still say you saw the criminal, correct?
Yes, exactly. The ringmaster was slumped over, and I saw someone's silhouette next to them.
Very well. Then please testify to this silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. And even catch a hint of a joke from you, I will murder Phoenix Wright. I will beat the shit out of him. I will rip off his head and shit down his neck. I'll put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette, got it? And then I will rip off Phoenix Wright's head and shit down his neck.
Got it. I'm getting a snot bubble from voicing this piece of shit clown. Fucking hate him. I hope he's the next murder victim. I hope he dies next. And I am not joking. I hope he dies in this in the Ace Attorney timeline.
It was a bit far away, but that shadow could have only belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. His silk hat.
I'm gonna switch to Tim Curry. They all float down here. You'll float too.
I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism.
Ace.
They were all there. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt it was him.
His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really say what he was carrying.
I can't do Tim Curry. I don't have enough reference material for Tim Curry. It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime. Tim Curry was almost cast as the Joker. Took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever, this should finally be good enough, yes?
It is decisive testimony.
Was Max really at the crime scene that night? He said he wasn't there. You have to believe in that.
All right, Mr. Wright, commence your cross-examination.
A bit far away, the shadow could only have belonged to Max. But damn it. Wait a minute. He missed one. Oh, thank God. You say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols? Again, don't use that word.
I suppose so. The silk hat and the cloak, right?
Mo. Everyone knows that Maximum Galactica has 3 symbols. 3 symbols. Yay, everyone get ready. All together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses.
Ah, what the?
Who cares if he knew that there were 3 or not? He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one. Isn't that right, Mo? Leading the witness.
Do you like pie?
I love pie. 3.1415. Silence rule. You to respond with the whole truth. No fractions. Wow, I guess you could say the clown is acting irrational. See, that's how you do a good joke, you fucking poor excuse for a bozo. You're not even worthy of being called bozo. Bozo the clown, the original clown. Oh, fuck. I'm not even supposed to be here. I hope I don't jack off. No, you did see the roses, did you?
Yeah, to be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw.
The crime scene was dark. It's obvious it was too dark to see that kind of detail. But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention that the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them. Yeah, kind of.
Then the roses must have fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim.
If that was the case, then the police would have found him near the crime scene.
Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of the case?
Yes! Clearly not. He is just toying with this court. Got her on the ropes now. These seemingly insignificant facts have never failed to lead me to the truth yet. Someone isn't toying with the court, but it's not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trilo's testimony?
There's no way I can mistake someone wearing those 3 mysterious symbols. How can he mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? How can he mistake someone wearing such a snobby 3-piece getup?
Trilo saw them all. Trilo saw all of 3 of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims there were no white roses on the person he saw. There is absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction.
Now, what am I supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard the pointless, but... Judge, forget the roses. Think about his other testimony.
The witness has stated without a doubt that he saw Maximilian Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap up this case now. Your Honor, it may be trivial, but it does cast doubt on the prosecution's case.
Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. It seems that, unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age.
I refuse to dub any of this shit heels lines. I'm running out of cutting things to say. Edgeworth would have something to say. I've come to a conclusion.
I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable. Which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony.
What?
If there are no contradictions in his statement, I'm prepared to issue a ruling.
A ruling? Nick, this is our last chance. So, part 2. There were definitely decorations. Yep, there's the big quill. But he wasn't. It was found at the scene of the crime. This wouldn't happen to be the cell cat you saw that night, would it? No question in your mind? I see.
Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright?
Miss Von Karma, where exactly was the cell cat found? Must you always ask these questions? It was found at the crime scene.
The crime scene? That means...
The cell cat fell off at the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. No! I don't even want to voice this breakdown. I'm so sick of this guy.
Order! Order! Mr. Carrols! What is the meaning of this? You are old enough to know better than to behave like this in court. What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things.
You ruined my fucking life, that's what you did. I am going to kill you. I am actually going to kill you.
And over these childish outbursts, Mr. Carrols, who do you think you are?
He's turned into a bratty little kid. It's pitiful, isn't it? He left the scene. What's the matter, Nick? There's something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo? You just said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime? Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor. This is an important... This witness's testimony is so full of holes, Miss Von Karma's protest is useless.
Objection! He made fun of me! got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that all right with you, little guy?
That's what I expected you to say. Are you sure that's how it happened?
Say what?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things.
No footprints. Look at this picture. The problem is the footprints in the snow.
Footprints.
In this photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there! And then they're gonna say, Maximilian Galactica can fly. But, like, he doesn't actually fly. That's just a stage performance. So, Mo, how did the criminal escape the scene? Your Honor, this witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all this witness's testimony from the court record.
I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came to court in.
I just... I don't know why, but I get a feeling things are gonna get worse before they get better. Things already haven't gotten worse.
Mr. Lawrence Curls. The testimony provided up until now has been false. It's just what? Order! Order! I will have order! Francisco von Karma, how could you?
Oh, Francisca did the thing again. Or told him to not snitch. I show the wrong piece of evidence, I risk getting held in contempt of court. Francisca straight up fucking leads the witnesses, withholds evidence. Doesn't even... Forged evidence? I don't give a shit. Judge is the biggest villain of the entire series. How many innocent people have gotten the guilty verdict and sent to death row because of the judge's bullshit of just believing whatever the prosecution says? If you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as I have.
What opinion is that?
It's not funny.
That's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you say you saw, Mr. Curls.
Try not to waste your time with your idiotic drivel. I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now? Oh, man, someone's gonna believe that.
Well, that was, how do you put this into words?
Maximilian Galactica is a world-class magician. But to leave the scene of a crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened.
You're right. To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal.
What about... I'm picking this option because, like, right now I can't believe any of this. I'm not even sure if this day hasn't been some kind of Kafkaesque dream.
Now, do you think it's still a dream? Oh, Mr. Phoenix, right? I suppose I will let you all in on my thinking regarding this matter. The criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that, but I just can't wrap my head around how that could actually happen. You imbecile! If you disregard the need for proof, Miss Von Karma's case is sound. However, I've got the feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation.
Yeah, that's right, bitch. Reasonable doubt. You have to prove he's guilty. You have to prove that this happened beyond reasonable doubt. Motherfucker, that's how the rules work.
Thus, I want to conclude today's proceedings at this point. It's an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries. I believe that's enough for today. Court is adjourned.
Hey, sweeties. What in the world is going on? That's what I want to know. They say the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared. Max, I can't believe I'm asking this, but you didn't fly that night, did you? I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly whenever I please, it's not that easy. But it looks so effortless for you on stage. It's just wires. Invisible wires. It's not that simple. It's not that simple. I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires and have them hoist me through the air.
See? That should be proof enough that it...
Does everyone in this courtroom have brain damage? Wow, you just told me the secret to your magic. No! I broke the first rule! The cardinal rule! The only rule! I'm sorry, Mr. Max. He made you break a magician's creed to never reveal the secret to their tricks. Nick, what do we do now? All we can do now is hope we find the flying criminal in court tomorrow. Great idea! Let's do our best and catch this sucker! Everyone in this courtroom needs to be fired.